Hi, we're here today to do an energy audit on this mobile home. That's the first step to weatherizing the home. We break that energy audit up into 4 distinct sections: health and safety, comfort, durability, and energy savings. So let's go take a look. I'm working my way through my health and safety checklist. It's one of the most important things before we weatherize a house. Taking a look at things like indoor air quality. Does the house have lead-based paint? Electrical problems of some kind that we might need to fix before we start. Looking at this house, it was built before 1978, so we'll have to use lead-safe work practices if we cut into any painted surface. Also, there's a combustion appliance here, which we'll have to check carbon monoxide in the ambient air as well as inside the appliance to make sure it's safe before we start and when we're done with the home. So let's go take a look at the electrical system. All right, I'm taking a look at the electrical system in this house, and I'm starting with the panel, and it looks like an updated panel with circuit breakers, which is good. Some older mobile homes have aluminum wiring. This does not look like one of those mobile homes. Aluminum wiring can have corrosive issues and cause sparking, and lots of times their outlets or some lights won't work. The homeowner has told me that he has no problems in his house with any electrical systems, and so this one looks like we're going to have very little work to do on the electrical system in this house. Ventilation is an important part of our weatherization process, and so I'm in here checking the bathroom fan to make sure that it's actually doing the job we'd like it to do, remove all the moisture out of the building. Also, I'm checking to see if there's any evidence of past moisture problems like mold and mildew. We're required to do a mold disclosure form with the homeowner to make sure they understand how moisture is dealt with in the building. This fan is operating. It's kind of old, but it still works, and we'll make a decision later on our priority list whether we're going to replace that, but it is working now. I'm working my way through my energy audit, and I'm on the comfort section. And comfort has a lot to do with the draftiness in a home. We can check draftiness of a home from a visual standpoint, but we can also check it with our blower door. Right now we're doing the visual assessment. This door appears very tight, and if I check the weather stripping on it, it looks like it's in pretty good shape on all 3 sides, as well as the bottom. It also has a storm door, so this door shouldn't be drafty when we run the blower door. I also spoke with the homeowner about any spots in the home that he finds uncomfortable from drafts, and it sounds like we've got a drafty window in the bedroom. And we will double check that visually as well as with the blower door. I'm working on the durability part of my energy audit here, and the homeowner brought my attention to this window in his bedroom here, and he was having comfort issues with this window where there was air leaking in, but he's also having durability issues here. We've got some condensation happening on the window, which is leading to a little bit of mold growth on the window sill and possibly some rot below the window here. But with a little education on how to use his fans, we can probably take care of this condensation issue. The other durability items we look at is the roof, the gutters, and the downspouts. I take a look at the ceiling inside the house to make sure there's no obvious moisture leaks. I've talked to the homeowner. He has said he hasn't had any roof leaks whatsoever. So it's looking pretty good that it's a good opportunity to weatherize this ceiling without having any problems with moisture. We're in the energy efficiency part of our energy audit right now, and the biggest energy user in your home is either your heating and cooling system. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this HVAC system here and talk about what an energy auditor does to evaluate that. Energy auditors are not HVAC technicians, but they're here to identify obvious problems through a visual assessment as well as a client interview and a set of testing procedures to take a look at the furnace or heating system or cooling system and find out if there's any problems that might be causing energy efficiency problems. I'm basically doing a general safety inspection, checking for possibly burn marks around the combustion chamber, frayed wires on the electrical components. The homeowner has said that the furnace is working good and he has it maintained, so that's less money that we have to spend. Also, I'm checking to make sure that the air handler is clean. We always want to clean the furnace filters. We want to make sure that the duct work is working well. And I was going to go take a look at that duct system right now to see if it's tight. And we can assess that duct system from a visual standpoint as well as use our blower door and our duct blaster later. Water heaters are another item we check during our energy audit. This one is in an outside closet. It's a gas hot water heater, and it looks like it's in fairly good shape. This is a gas hot water heater, so we will do a combustion safety test on it, checking for gas leaks and the proper draft. To improve the energy efficient use of water in a home, we can oftentimes insulate the water heater tank, we can insulate the pipes in the house, and we could possibly insulate the water heater closet. This one at this home is a bit of a challenge because the water heater is designed to be outdoors. It's got combustion air inlets in the door, and to insulate the tank here would be quite a challenge because we're not allowed to put any, for fire risk, we're not allowed to put a lot of insulation on the top, nor are we allowed to cover this area here. We also could save hot water energy in a home like this with faucet aerators and good shower heads. Now we're going to talk about mobile home attics. We're interested in how much insulation they have and whether we can improve on that. But we have many different kinds of attics in mobile homes. Basically, they're usually an enclosed cavity, meaning they often don't have ventilation. Now, there are different styles of roofs too on a mobile home. Sometimes they use comp roofing, sometimes they use metal roofing, sometimes they're bowstring truss, and sometimes they're a pitched roof. The house we're looking at today has a trussed pitched roof, and it's fairly easy to access by drilling a hole in the gable or removing some metal off the gable end so we can look in there. The key is that we need to look inside to evaluate the general condition of the attic space. Sometimes it's been rotted from moisture from inside the building. Sometimes it's rotted from leaks in the roof. But in general, we're looking to get more insulation in there, so we need to evaluate what the general condition in there at this time is to see if we can improve upon it. When evaluating wall cavities for our energy audit, we'll see anything from a 2x2 to a 2x6. The depth of the wall cavity determines how much insulation is in the wall, because the walls are typically full. The trick to finding the depth of the wall cavity, the easy way is to look at the windowsills and the door jambs, and that'll give you an indication of how thick the wall is. When evaluating mobile homes for energy saving opportunities, the big hitters are the attic cavity and the floor cavity. They present the most opportunity. There's two types of mobile home underfloors. One's the low belly and one's the high belly. The low belly, the joists run the short distance across the mobile home, and the high bellies, the joists run the long distance. The low belly mobile homes have quite an opportunity to save energy there because we have the duct system and the pipes in there, plus we have a floor to insulate. So when we fill that void with insulation, we get quite a energy savings. We tighten the house, we seal the duct, we insulate the ducts, and we get a lot of energy savings out of that measure. In this particular mobile home, our audit identified many opportunities to improve health and safety, comfort, durability, and energy performance. For example, from a health and safety standpoint, we found that this house had 2 combustion appliances and it did not have a carbon monoxide detector in the living space. Also, our plan is to insulate the roof cavity, and we found 8 non-IC rated light fixtures, and we had to have those changed out in order to insulate the roof cavity. In terms of comfort, this mobile home would have benefited from installation of new windows, but the budget wouldn't allow for it. We did find the house to be very leaky, and it was a great candidate for air sealing. When it comes to durability in this home, we found that it would be beneficial to replace the bath fan. We didn't find any other moisture problems in this home that needed to be addressed. The envelope measures we identified for this mobile home were blower door guided air sealing, duct sealing, add roof cavity insulation, and add underbelly insulation. All these measures were affordable and effective measures to implement at this home. In your audits, you may also find a number of opportunities for improving energy performance. For example, in this home, we have a gas furnace, and we didn't need to do any work on it. But in your homes, maybe you'll need to repair or replace that furnace. Air conditioning is another thing you might find at your homes, and they will also need possibly repair, cleaning, or replacement. Another opportunity for improving the energy performance of your mobile home may be wall insulation, depending on your climate. Our audit identified many opportunities to improve health and safety, comfort, durability, and energy performance.